Hello, everybody. My name's Dion Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we're coming to you live from round 2 of the Mustafar Galactic Qualifier. This round, I'm joined by my good friends, James the Raptor Ritter.
Hey, guys.
And by William Haywood, who may not be on comms right now. He's currently on a top secret mission. We'll be back soon. We have Anthony McCard versus Cam Murray in this matchup. We are playing Salvage Mission. We have Empire on one side, Scum and Villainy on the other. This is going to be, I think this may be a tough matchup for Cam because of the Salvage Mission, but we'll end up finding out. What we're going to do first is everybody at home, I'm going to have you choose your champion. In the last round, we had a massive upset. A 37% underdog was the winner. Pretty crazy. But bets are open. And James, you know what time it is? It's time for us to break down those lists. Everybody at home, choose your champion.
Before we jump right into these lists, I do want to mention what scenario we're playing today. We are playing Salvage Mission out there, grabbing these caches and bringing them along for a ride. So all you got to do is stop at range one of these one of these objectives, and spend your perform action step to claim it and pick it up and put it on your ship card. At the end of the round, you get 1 point for each objective you have on one of your ship's cards. And you can knock them off by either destroying the ship or doing a crit to it. So there still is an option to knock off those crates. On the left, our bet 1-all champion here, we have Anthony Marchand flying a huge, massive Empire list with a ton of ships. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is the maximum number of ships you can bring
So many
in this game. So many ships. And it is led by 2 Reapers, Vizier in the TIE Reaper with Imperial Super Commandos, bringing that ability to launch out those remotes that are able to shoot in the system or shoot in the engagement phase and cause some strain during the activation phase. It also has ablative plating, something we don't see too often. Just some extra protection against bombs or some oopsies if you go over an obstacle that you didn't mean to, which is pretty easy with these medium base, very difficult to control Reapers. Also in the Reaper in this list, we have Captain Faroff, the defensive TIE Reaper, able to change a defensive green die to an evade if the attacker doesn't have any green tokens. I would say very defensive here, but man, this Faroff is kitted out with some Ruthless the Child and Targeting Computer upgrades. A ton of offensive power to really push some damage out, especially with all these different ties that she could be ruthlessing. Also in this list, we have some Black Squadron Ace. I love to see these guys out there. Just generic, non-limited filler beef, like fodder. Like literally the definition of Star Wars fodder is these Black Squadron Aces out there. But be careful because they're also equipped with a Disciplined, able to get some locks or barrel rolls after one of their friendlies are destroyed. So keep an eye out for that. And to round out, that 8th ship is going to be Wampa. Of course, it's Wampa out there, able to put out some more offensive power. If no one shoots Wampa, she gets to shoot an extra attack die. And has elusive to even deter someone shooting them more. So pretty defensive there. And on the other side of the table, we have our bet 2-all champion. It's going to be Cam Murray, a well-known name in the X-Wing community, bringing a scum and villainy list led by Rook Cast in that gauntlet, that gauntlet fighter, that big boy out there, that red and black and white with huge wings out there, bringing a good complement of upgrades, but a pretty interesting ability. Before you engage, you may gain 1 strain token while you perform a primary attack. If you are strained, you may change one of your blank or focus results to a hit. So actually, a pretty similar ability to the other Reaper that we don't see on the table this game, but Vermeil, able to, if the defender doesn't have any green tokens, change that result. But in this case, it's if Rook is strained, he can change a blank or focus result to a hit. So some really strong offensive power at the cost of having a strain on your ship. But he is bringing Notorious to deter people shooting at him. He's the one handing out the strain now.
That's
Don't
right.
shoot me or you will get strained, with a big shot back at you. Bringing the Child and the Mandalorian, that awesome combo there. The Child giving him some extra force, and the Mandalorian, see if I can get that crew card up here, able to get the white reinforced action, a great ability to upgrade that red action to a white action for this ship. And also, if you don't shoot this ship, you get to recover that force, which is usually pretty odd for those the Child, because usually the only way to recover that force is to suffer damage. Also bringing the veteran Tail Gunner to give out some more extra attacks. Drop seat bays to get that extra crew slot to make sure you have enough for the Child and Mando, and contraband cybernetics, because man, it is difficult to fly these ships without getting stressed sometimes, and that contraband giving you that extra oomph when you need it for your maneuverability.
Gotta love it.
Speaking of maneuverability, oh my goodness, that turret cast is facing down all these ties. It looks like you did see that white forward reinforced come down.
Yeah, gonna need it.
There he is. There's my boy.
William Hagewood.
You're doing a great job with this. I think, well, you know what? I don't know what the usual Rookcast build is, but I would call this unconventional.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would normally fly it, but
I mean, Force seems good. Contraband seems good. Tail Gunner seems good. So,
you know what else seems good?
Major food groups.
Boba Fett firing here to open up the game on engagement. Hit crit. And we'll have to spend the focus to avoid damage and avoid dropping the crate, that salvage cargo.
Yeah, is that what the GSP is?
Yeah, GSP tokens are out there. Hey.
All right, we see Rook Cast going into taking a strain for his ability and shooting into that same one, that pink one there. Able to change that focus with the ability.
Only 1 damage there. So 2 shots, 1 damage, and still going to end up being able to score that point. Kanan being too far away to do anything offensively, but will be there for defense.
Does reach out and touch him.
Why wouldn't you just go for the range 3 one? Or you know what? This is probably trying to get the focus off, right? For offense?
Potentially.
Could be. Just going to leave it at that. And
plenty of evades. All the evades.
I was concerned that Kanan wouldn't have Archon Rook cast, but looked like just barely in range there to help protect that big old gauntlet. All right, first going to start us out. Ferrot's going to start with the Imperial I3s. It has to shoot out at Boba.
That's right. Starting with hit crit, has a reroll for hit crit, We might see all shots going into Boba Fett. Boba Fett doesn't have anybody at range 1 for rerolls. Gonna take 2 right off the bat. Boba don't like that. And there's the reach.
Oh no!
The crit drops the crate.
That's gonna be 1 less point during the end phase. Due to scenario, the enemy or the other player gets to choose the position within range 1.
All right, here we go.
Black squad number 4 reaching. It's going to be Rook cast, range 3, 1 hit. Has a force.
A child. Probably not the right way to say that, but.
And it's FBI, you going at James. That was James who said that. Just let you know. I expect all these shots to end up going into Boba Fett, especially because he doesn't have any re-rolls. Single crit. Boba Fett's going to have to spend or take. Does he have anything to spend? I don't think so.
He's meant to be on the first attack.
3 shields down. Next TIE fighter, another range 3 shot into Boba Fett.
Man, what a good decision here. To start just like, okay, you're gonna reinforce, that's fine. Like, I'll just go into the other guy, the one that's almost impossible to deal damage to close range.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Boba Fett doesn't take any damage from the pink TIE fighter.
He does not have Kanan Jarrus protection this round either.
Yeah, and the perfect time to be doing this.
Spence focus for 2, and Boba's gonna take 1 more damage. Shields are down on the notorious bounty hunter.
I'm surprised we're not seeing it. Notorious is on you.
Is on Rook cast.
Yeah. You be careful with that word.
You're right.
Looks like it just may be Wampa left here.
Is it Wampin time? I don't think got any shots here. Can also go into Boba Fett.
Hit crit.
There it is.
Spend for 3.
Shot. Ooh.
Boba's taking hit crit. We are into the hole.
Wow, 4 hole left. Potentially only 3.
Council fire.
Already engaged this round. But we did mention a pilot that we did not see do much this round. That's going to be Kanan Jarrus in the Hawk 290 light freighter, able to reduce the attack dice coming in at himself or his friends in his mobile arc. So we did see that he had Rook cast in the mobile arc, so could have any shots coming in at Rook could have lowered those dice. But it looks like all of those, or almost all those shots went into Boba, which I think in this case was the correct choice.
He does bleed.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't see any damage come in on Rook, but he did defend this round, so will not get the Mandalorian ability to recover a force. And we talked about him earlier. Boba Fett, what a menace that just got bonked on the nose here.
You're going to see this Boba play a lot differently the rest of this game then. If this Boba is at full health, you turn left, right?
Straight in there.
yeah, I said left, right. You go left, and you just stay range 1 until your shields are down. But shields are already down, so we could see him, hard to the right and start utilizing that rear arc instead.
I mean, it does also give you a reroll with that Marauder title that he decided to bring here. But Boba Fett, just kind of like how that ability works is for each, while he defends or attacks, for each enemy ship that he has at range 0 to 1, he gets to reroll 1 of his dice. So in this round, we did not see any ships at range 0 to 1 of Boba, so got no rerolls there. But also bring in the Fearless talent, able to convert a blank, or any die result to a hit, as long as the two ships are looking at each other on attack. And also bring in electro chaff missiles. Throwing out that big old chaff cloud over there, and to do some could really mess up some of these swarms. I'm not sure if you do launch it this round, because you might end up hitting your buddy Rook there with it.
Yeah, definitely hits Rook.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The 3 bank may avoid Rook this round, but he may go straight over it this round on his maneuver.
Yeah, I am surprised that Kim is using Boba Fett to follow Rook here. Normally, you would have them come in from different angles to make the opponent have to split fire, right? Or at least if they're leading you, they're tracking you, they would have to consider different directions. Because all the scum ships are grouped at the top of the board, there's no real reason for the bottom ships to do anything but turn that way. Had Boba say maybe came in on the other side of that Reaper, you could see them maybe question of whether to go towards the middle or not.
Yeah, absolutely. It may have wanted to try to kill one tie this turn, which is why he wanted to point the arcs in the same direction.
Yeah, but only doing 1 damage there. Obviously, it hurt real bad, and we saw without
suboptimal.
without Kanan and Boba's abilities, like I'm not surprised with how many dice came in that Boba Fett took as much damage. I want to see how, because I think if Cam plays cagey with Boba, you probably end up losing, right? Like, you need his gun in there to do some work if you want a chance.
I agree. If you don't, you could be having some troubles. We do see the chaff cloud out here, which might prompt a stop from Rook, potentially even a rotate to avoid that.
We see that Commando get dropped, and the other Commando move up. So both Commandos are out. The tubes have been launched here, and they are out.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and do a barrel roll. Looks like we're trying to set that trap for Boba Fett. At this point, with only 4 hull left, like, Boba normally in a short engagement will take like 2 damage, but that means if you have enough ships in 2 turns, you can take them out, and that's a huge point swing. 9 points plus, the 2 objective points you're able to score last turn, plus a couple more. I mean, you'll be right around the corner.
Yeah, and when you have ships of that caliber, like 8, 9-point ships, even sometimes 7-point ships, a game's objective is to kill that ship to win. If you're not killing that ship, you got to win on objective points. Pretty self-explanatory there, I guess. But the Cam, though, not out. I mean, he's been flying Boba for back when Boba was a large base ship. So if anybody can squeeze out of here, I'm sure Cam's experience can help him get through the day.
Kanan coming in, and Rook did that big old 2-turn to really take up a lot of real estate in the field.
Yeah, it did not pop Contraband Cybernetics, because you do not get your action when you overlap these ships.
Yeah,
still has a single force though, so should be fine.
Yeah, if your ship ends up on top of the Electro Chaff Cloud, it does count as an obstacle, so that means you skip your perform action step.
Does Boba have veteran turret gunner?
No.
He should.
No veteran tail gunner.
Sad.
Looks like
Really?
it did. was not able to squeeze out the points with Ahsoka Tano and the Electrochaff missile.
Yes. Makes sense.
But we do see it on Rook here. So I think almost certainly we'll probably see a veteran tail gunner this turn.
Yes, and that's one of the powerful things about Rook's ability is that you only had to take one strain to get 2 modifiers if you're doing those front and back attacks.
All right, the blue TIE fighter here goes through the chaff cloud, takes a stress, so not able to get that focus. Pink TIE fighter are able to get real close to Rook cast and avoid going over the chaff missile. So rolls for stress for green TIE fighter also landed on the chaff cloud. Takes a
And
stress.
gonna get it.
Boba, are you leaving, Boba? Because you're gonna have quite the assortment of ties chasing him if he does. I don't know if he
A
can
smorgasbord. Did the
come
one
in.
hard.
Oh, and he does. Wants that fearless. This is kind of like the Fang Fighter fallacy of like it's better to be at range 1.
Oh yeah, with Boba, it's pretty great to be range 1. It looks like he has 2. What's it?
Oh, we lost James there. Oh no, did I lose internet? I sure did. No.
I have 2.
And to roll. Save the game state.
I saved it. I got it.
Okay. Good. Luckily, everybody got done maneuvering before that happened.
All right, please hold. we got to have one every tournament, right?
Oh man, my whole tabletop simulator crashed.
Ooh, same.
Do you want to? Let's see, it's 49 right now.
Yep. Stop the timer.
Yeah,
I did.
Cool. All right, let me make sure it's not some like silly like Steam update just got pushed or something.
Seems like an odd time to do it. Well, potentially, I guess.
All right, nothing there. Reactivating here. Other side. Sorry, everybody got the little the squish sound there.
Squish.
Join the table. People were asking how many screens I have. I have 4. Well, technically 3 on one computer, 1 on another, and then I do have to monitor on my phone just in case my family needs something.
Screen.
That's right, man. If I really had to, I could go down to 2, but I don't want to.
Man. I at my previous job I had 4. Like 4, I think there were 27s. And man, I miss the crap out of it.
But you felt like you're in like the launch station at NASA.
Oh yeah. I had like one of them like a vertical, and it was like it was like almost 180 degrees. Like I could just like look left or right.
Look at me, Mom. I got so much screen.
Yeah.
They can't stop me.
All right, and it looks like we're back here. Rolling for console.
Easy.
Oh, no console.
Safe.
Yeah, here we go. Range 1 into Fair Off. Or maybe going into Wampa. Going into Wampa here. Okay, it might be a good time to just, like, destroy this ship. Fearless for 4.
Can the green dice hold up, though? You got 2. Hit crit.
Elusive.
Looking for the third one. No. Blank. 2 blank.
Yeah, 2 crits.
Wampa, stun pilot. And disable power regulator.
Oh, wow. Rook can definitely clean that up, I think. I don't think he has.
I mean, he might just not have the card out. Because I think someone mentioned that he doesn't have 3 points in his list. So maybe just check his, do you have the full list of lists up?
I mean, let me see. Yeah, I mean, it's not on the list, but I know we were having some issues this morning.
Is his loadout missing 3 points?
Let me go ahead.
He says he's doing so. I'm going to say go ahead. He's missing 3 loadout, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was when, I forget who mentioned it in chat.
Yeah, he is missing the 3 loadout.
Yeah, I had done the calculations about the missing loadout, so I did think it was weird. I was like thinking that like maybe he just didn't have slots for stuff, but he did, so it's fine. Well, I'll just have to update this list at some point.
Yeah, we'll get the record corrected.
They can't put their scores in. Let me give them score counters. What was the current score?
We are looking at, with blue going down and Wampa taken 2, should be 2-3.
2-3. Okay, that's what they have. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this game will go to time, but they were delayed about 2 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I have a feeling with 8 shots around for the Imperials, it's not going to go to time. All right, so did we see that rear arc attack? Looks like it was crit in 2 hits and rerolled the eye to a hit and 1 evade from the blue TIE fighter, who is going to just be destroyed, and we are dinging disciplined.
Ooh, baby.
So we're looking for any non-stressed ships with disciplined nearby. Looks like white is just out. Vizier doesn't
only
have...
one is going to be brown.
Yeah, the chaffed hit chaffed hit green and pink, so they were stressed. No, pink is stressed from the bump. Yeah, just brown. Just going to get a lock onto Boba Fett.
All right, here we see Rook come in with another veteran tail gunner. And
here we go. You got the range 1 going into Wampa, trying to finish the job.
Takes the strain to proc the ability. Fair. 4 hits here.
Guaranteed.
Ugh. Wampa goes down in a fiery blaze.
I mean, that is another discipline trigger if Ron wants to barrel roll. Doesn't really want to barrel out. Could barrel in, maybe.
Oh, the veteran tail gunner does 3 crits.
Ooh,
Oh, that gets the evades.
No.
not today.
Wow.
And Kanan still does have a gun out there with
Yeah, 3
a
dice.
range 1.
Let's
It's
see
a
if he can
green
do some
TIE
work.
fighter.
Just hit crit. Black Squadron ace, able to dodge it. Natty's
Ooh.
3 evades.
Who is this guy?
Sci-fi.
Who is this guy?
He's
He
about
did
to,
it
he's about to get a name here soon.
yeah.
He keeps playing like this. He'll survive long enough to get out of the academy.
Sigma 9 or something. I don't know.
3 crits coming in from Captain Faroff, looking at Kanan Jarrus from downtown.
I don't think so. We're going to see a Kanan spin there to reduce that attack by 1 attack die.
Hit crit. So he rolled the dice too early, essentially, is what happened there, right?
Yeah. It's kind of common with Kanan. Kanan's got 2 force in this list, so like
You really got to be careful.
Well, Boba is going to end up taking a crit, and it is a fuel leak.
Yeah, you kind of just had to assume that if they have Kanan, they will use it.
Could see another Kanan here. Okay, he says, go ahead, roll it. No mods, I don't care.
Yeah, no mons. That is normally the difference. Reroll?
And no, that's going to be squeezing through 1 more damage.
Boba on 2 here. And we do have another shot.
There is another.
This one with the target lock.
You're going to need it. No results on the first one.
Yeah, target lock focus there.
And got the paint. Spend for 2 hits. Looking at Boba.
Ooh, Boba. Clinches.
It has a green token. All
got that
good.
focus. No problem.
Ooh, I mean, the white TIE fighter hasn't shot yet.
Come on.
I don't think Pink has either.
Just more chances. More chances.
There's a lot of shots this round. Shots.
Spends for 2. Boba, safe.
Oh man, how long can those fire spray rerolls keep him alive?
Well, if he keeps killing all these TIE fighters, not long.
We still don't see another Kanan trigger here. I think he's gonna leave it for the time being.
He's feeling good, especially double blanks.
Good call.
Could see it on this Vizier shot.
It is 3 dice modified.
Obstructed through the cloud into Boba Fett.
Yeah, we do see Kanan here. Yeah.
Only 2. And hit crit.
Oh,
Watch out for that
no.
fuel leak.
So you going 3?
Oh,
No, it's
safe.
2 evades anyways. So
Safe.
didn't
Gonna
matter who
say,
it was going for.
Should be one more because of the obstruction.
It was hard to see. There's a lot of ship out there in the center of the boat.
Yeah, turns out.
Just a few ships.
All right, here a commando shot from Commando number B to take a shot at Kanan.
Number B. From the same school as number green. 1 hit. No damage.
Right, Hark. Shoot me. No one wants to shoot him.
Please.
I'll take a strain. Okay, at the end of that round, looks like we'll see 4 to 6 here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Oh, Rook
what a
did not defend, so gets the
gets
force
the
back.
force back. Yeah, I love that combination.
And
Is there other non-recurring force in the game? I'm trying to even think if that's even a thing. I don't think
I
so.
think it's just child. Let me
Sure.
jump in there real quick. They're having some issues.
Yeah, the Imperials here, great target selection. I mean, lost a couple, but I mean, I think when you fly 8 ships, most of them with disciplined, you assume that some won't make it through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like, that's why you brought the card.
yeah, you know that some are gonna die, at least one. I really like the inclusion of the Mandos out there to get up to 10 shots in a single round. Unfortunately, though, you had to trade off no Palp in this list.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's on their own for the time being.
I mean, those little Mandos kind of have their own little built-in offensive Palpatine, right?
That's true. That's true. No, I mean, I think it's smart. I've looked at this many times. The essentially 10 ship squad out of Imperials. You don't have to bring the second Reaper, but Faroth is pretty nice, though. Very few ships at 4 points, Dion, can get Target Lock and Force modded 3 dice attacks. And Captain Faroth slots in there almost perfectly. Plus, you get a defensive bonus then, too.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really top of the class. Though, I mean, the dial's straight trash, and you only got 1 agility. I wouldn't say the dial is straight trash. I mean, the boost then 3 bank is pretty good. Fast when you need to be, slow when you need to be.
Uh-huh.
I guess that has a value in its own. Real question is here. So Rook is on top of the Cloud. Cloud's going to last for another round. So I have to assume Rook is moving forward just a little bit, just to clear that strain and stress. Then you could start really stopping with your contraband, doing different things like that. I have to assume Boba just 4 forwards, right? Like, there's no reason
Yep. Get
to
the
be in the center of this map.
no, and Boba being able to do that 4 forward, I think actually be absolutely massive. You're going to be out of a bunch of the TIE fighters' arcs. They can't really pursue the whole squad cannot pursue you next turn without bumping most of their own ships, and also Rook Cass is just going to be in the way, right? Like, that's his job. He's just like, this is my space.
I would now that I see that Boba has contraband cybernetics, I would actually assume that's going to be a 4K. Stay in the fight. Could even pick up that crate, 4K and crate. I guess, how are we looking at crates here? 2 TIE Fighters still have them, and just Kanan has his as well. I cannot ignore the objectives, even when things are looking really good. They could always turn on you in a moment's notice, especially when you have a very hurt 9-point ship flying around.
And something else I want to bring up, just like tournament wise here, Will, that we haven't talked too much about. As you all know, this is our second to last event using tabletop.to with the owner of the software deciding to sunset it and being unable to come to a deal to be able to take control of it and keep it available. But there are new things on the way. I'm not sure if you saw the Reddit post. It came out, I believe, a week and a half ago. We do have an awesome community member. If you have heard of one of our previous sponsors, and I'll explain why it's previous, Co-op Print Yards, Brian Gamble. He's like, you know what? I'm shutting down Co-op Print Yards, and I am dedicating my time that I would do to that to creating a tournament tool, which is great. And then also the team that I had pulled together, they're also working on something separate. And then also there's Longshanks that exists and I know is being updated and tweaked. So lots of different options. We're going to be exploring here.
Challenge also exists as well.
Yeah, lots of different options do exist. Well, we are entering an exciting time because there are people who are motivated to try to make something, and we'll see what ends up coming out. I'm sure there's going to be growing pains. There always is, but I look forward to the innovation that we will end up having.
I'm imagining like a Shark Tank episode where they're like, all right, in our tournament software for just a couple thousand, we could get X-Wing together with Armada. They do the little sales pitch. Dion just argues with like D and Farmer and Filippo. He's like, oh no, can't invest in that.
Sorry, I'm out.
I'm out.
All right, so we saw the Reaper taking the turn down, anticipating Boba probably zooming to the bottom of our board.
That seems like a good place for Boba.
Yeah,
and Farrell
is
flipped to
anticipating it. It looks like
you might see a TIE Fighter one hard barrel roll here. Nope, just the one hard. In the opposite direction that I was thinking. And going to slap down a focus. So Brown TIE Fighter choosing to take a focus instead of the cargo that is sitting right there.
Yeah, it is tempting to grab it. We're going to see a 2-bank bump, look like. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That TIE Fighter is clipping the wing there.
All right, Kanan. Looks like that was the whole squad for the Imperials here. Kanan's just posting up. Oh no, this is Rook.
Rook
got the wings up.
That's right. Wings up.
Someone scored a field goal, I think, out there in the center of the board. So he's going to stop contraband and then have to deal with the chaff cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's debating of whether he's rotating or not. You only have to rotate, or you only have to flip your wings up when you rotate. He might have been flipping his wings up to just see what is happening underneath of him.
Fair point. We'll end up taking the stress from both the stop maneuver and the chaff cloud. So going to be triple stress there on Rook Cast. Andros in the chat saying the TTS Gauntlet model is obnoxiously large. It's obnoxiously large in person, too.
You're not wrong.
Well, that's part of the beauty.
Equally chunk.
All right, Kanan keeping it simple with the one straight, taking a focus and ready to defend Boba or Rook, but probably Boba. And there is a 4K.
What?
Oh yeah. Is he not picking up the
There's a contract. Focus.
Contraband
what did Rook
focus.
do?
What did who do?
Rook.
Rook stopped on the gas club with contraband, so that's why he's quadruple stressed.
Oh. Why did he just
No,
one forward?
I mean, he wants to take shots.
And here we go. Boba Fett trying to do some work.
Ooh.
Oof, succeeding.
Wow. 2 hits, 2 crits.
Okay.
Both of those are going through. I think that's into the range 1 Brown TIE Fighter. We'll be taking 2 critical damage. Watch out for the double-double. Council fire. Fuel leak.
Ah, the wrong order. Okay, Boba, no veteran tail gunner this round.
Nobody's looking at the booty.
Nobody. Could do Kanan here. Ooh. Oh man, here's the force spin. Oof, it's a lot. So this is rolling out of the box, re-rolling in the box, and you get Boba re-roll. And it's not.
Ooh.
Oh, takes a crit and dies.
That's it. The fuel leak triggers that, takes a structural damage, and Boba Fett goes down.
Big gain of points there.
Yeah. How much is Boba Fett? 9 points.
9 points. That's a huge
points.
swing.
One of
13
the
to
most
6 is our
expensive
score.
Ships in standard.
Yeah, I think only Vader rivals that, right?
Correct. In standard.
Yeah. I don't even think of non-standard as like.
As real X-wing.
Yeah.
Wow, hot take here, James. Hot take.
Well, it's just like there's like no rules. Like there's no rules. You just do
I
whatever you
know.
want.
I know. This is lawless land. I understand. Just fly through obstacles without them affecting you. Oh, we get it. We get it.
We get it.
All right, so we got Kanan trigger here. A little late here, Kanan, but I'm sure Cam is a bit rattled after losing Boba.
That's a condition that you can get when you play
That's
X-Wing
an
Legacy.
condition.
Wait, rattled? I thought that was. Which one was that
Benteen, man.
Benteen,
the Rattler
dude.
himself.
Dude, you don't know the
Benteen?
legend of Benteen?
Dude, Benteen, man. Well, see, he's really 10 different aliens, but they somehow all fit inside of one Star Fortress.
I see what you did there, Will. Very nice.
I that's fine. I'll take that pity laugh. It's okay.
No, that was good. Like, it took me a second. I was like, oh, I
It's
see.
like, who is he talking about?
Oh no! Brown dies to the console fire.
Council will do it. Hey, I'll trade a TIE Fighter for
okay.
Boba Fett all day.
Trade most of your TIE fighters for
Yeah.
Boba Fett.
Oh no!
We got Discipline coming in here. Who do we got here? We got Black and I keep
Green.
reading Black Squadron and saying the
Green
what
and
I'm
white.
thinking of color. They can grab some target locks. Green could barrel roll. I'm not sure if he could.
No.
So just grabbing some locks on old Rook.
I mean, white could barrel roll to maybe avoid a range 1 from Rook.
No, you take those locks when you can. At least that's his thought process, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for our TIE Fighter to be removed from the table by a little brown TIE Fighter. He tried so hard, guys.
Yeah. So after that, we're looking at 13 to 8.
$13 to 8, and 1, 2. What'll end up being what? 15 to 9 after we're done here. Going into Kanan.
I mean, he does have a crate. could start helping out in the points game.
Gotta pop it off. Digging for crits. There it is. Does it have a focus? It does. Hit crit going at Kanan. Kanan's gonna clench.
Oh,
blank out. Gonna take 2 damage and loses the crate.
Ooh,
Shields are down.
1 stress or 2 though. With that maul, he can recover force each time he takes damage. I think he just doesn't seem like he's taken 2. Oh, because that was the last shot this round, so he'll just get 1 at the end of the round, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got more veteran tail gunner action.
There we go. 4 hits.
Only 1 going through on White TIE Fighter.
Refuses to go down.
Range 0 onto pink here.
There's the focus. Now Kanan has to drop that crate. The opposing player gets the opportunity to place that. And here we go. Kanan's opportunity to fire now. Gonna select Captain Faroff as the target. Ooh, are you going to spend the focus for hit crit, or are we going to leave it? Faroff still has 2 shields.
You spend the focus because that it guarantees a damage.
Right. And takes 1. So Vizier should be up now. Gonna have that corner of Rook cast. Here's a question for you guys. So the gauntlet obviously super chunky. Oh, hit crit. Well, let's see how chunky it's feeling after this. Are you gonna get into the hull? You can get 1. Does that pop off the shield? Any way to modify that? I don't think so.
Oh, he was strained, so he needs to re-roll that. Ooh, he takes both.
Oh no.
For damaged engine.
Damaged engine, increasing the difficulty of those hard turns. I mean, they have a hard 2 white. Is that correct? Can we?
Yeah. So
that's
the
red
hard
now.
2 is now red. Makes it a little bit more difficult for this 4 stressed gauntlet to do anything here.
And here we go. 2 attack dice. Spending for 1. And the commandos unable to do damage.
So that was the last shot from Commando B. This is the first shot from Commando A.
There you go. There's another. Gonna continue trying to get damage onto the enemy Rook cast.
I do love seeing how different people use these commandos. If they like to use the strain portion of the ability.
Got 2 hits, 1 evade.
Yeah, so it's trying to see if he
spend.
wants to spend a force or take a damage to recover the force. So it chooses to spend at 0 force but no damage. And 15-8 at the end of that round. Those scenario points are really adding up. 6 total scenario points for Anthony this game, and only 2 for Cam. Salvage really is probably the worst objective for Cam here.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's the worst for most lists, but it's really bad for Cam, I think.
Well, yeah, having the three ships can be really, really tough, for sure, especially versus an 8-ship list. right?
Yeah.
Like that's just very. that's two
Yeah,
completely ends of
suboptimal
the
there.
spectrum. So not surprised there. Not surprised at all. All right, boys. I need to take a step aside here for a second. I'm being hailed. I'll be right back.
Okay. No worries.
Now we could take over the stream, Will.
Yeah. Okay. What are we gonna do tonight, James?
What are we doing tonight? I don't
No,
know.
that
What
was
do
a
you?
pinky in the brain. The same thing we do every night. Take over the
world.
stream.
Yeah, we're gonna do emote only mode. What else?
Oh
Can we do?
jeez. Oh, just punishing people now. Pure chaos.
Yeah, we do emote only mode. We could do that.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you guys want? Emote only mode?
Well, you're gonna have to respond in emotes.
Yeah. Well, that's awkward.
Anyways, so Empire here, able to get that Boba Fett off the board. Great target selection that first round. You may have done like, I don't know, 3 or 4 damage to Rook, most likely. Past his force, his reinforce, and Kanan protection.
Yeah.
I so really, really smart choice there. And the follow up as well. Knew Cam was going to get greedy there with the 4K. I mean, we could have just seen the 4 forward boost from Boba. Could have gotten completely out of range. But I needed to stay in the fight and actually help out. If Boba leaves, sure, he takes his 9 points with him, but the ties just clean up Rook and Kanan and collect all their objectives without Boba's harassment. So
Yeah.
kind of as we said, the scenario's not helping Cam, and he might have had to do some risky maneuvers to stay in the fight.
Yeah, I think the target priority really is amazing in that first round, being like, I have so many shots into Rook here, I could do some ton of damage, but being able to say, actually, this guy's reinforced and has that child force where it's like almost unlimited force if it plays out the right way.
Pretty close to it, but yeah.
And just being like, no, I'll take some really long range shots at the Boba Fett, who has no rerolls and only 1 force, and wow, was able to do a ton of damage.
It's always a gamble when you're looking at these like big ships. We're talking Decimators, we're talking Darth Vader Defender. It is a commitment because you, in this scenario, no half points, right? So you put that Boba down to 1 and he just flies off into the sunset, right? Or I mean, more realistically, it's probably just killing your TIE fighters before they can shoot at him.
Yeah,
Then
especially with
you've
the
wasted
cluster.
a lot of time.
Yeah, especially if you do the cluster missile version of Vader Defender, takes a TIE fighter or Vulture off the board a turn or 2 a turn.
All right, so it looks like everybody's. I mean, Rook is in a bad position. Took some big risks early on with trying to maneuver through that gas cloud, or sorry, chaff cloud. Popped the contraband last round, and now is just so stressed up. I don't know if this thing could even stay on the board.
It can, but you're not going to be getting any shots. Like you can like one bank.
One bank.
Yeah.
Gonna have to do, by my calculations, at least 4 of them. Probably a 5th one to even point back at the center again. Does have the rear arc though, so probably not as big of an issue as some other ships.
Yeah.
But then again, no, only a 2 dice rear arc. All right, Pink continues his life of just bumping into enemy ships. But I mean, still hold on to the crate, so can't complain about that. And looks like all of the black squadrons here are bumping. Yeah, just setting up a beautiful kill box here.
Yeah, without that reinforce and with no force currently on Rook, it may be the good time to start going in here.
Yeah, the gates are down.
Yeah, range 0
Begin the
on
attack approach.
oh yeah.
Just shoot first in this round, though. So 0 out the front before a hit. 2 evades, no problem. Did we see the strain? We did see the strain go down, so we'll have a dice conversion here against Pink. And gets 2 hits. Pink's gonna take a single damage. Alive, it looks like. Should just be one more.
Yeah, just one more. Actually, it would have been a great time to take that one out. With just the other sides being stressed.
You stop the cash points.
And then Kanan shoots a range 0 at Pink.
Yeah, I think you have to here. You gotta take that gamble.
And these Reapers licking their chops here.
Oof, yeah, about to throw 8 dice at this Rook.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got for attacks here?
Range 1, but uses Kanan ability.
Yeah, you're right. Double Kanan abilities here.
Yeah, so we see here Faroff shooting 3 in here at Rook. Rook is strained, takes 2, covers 1 force. Down to 6 hull remaining. Okay, Pink TIE Fighter shooting range 0 into Kanan. Nothing. Remember, you can't mod your range 0 attacks. White TIE Fighter taking a shot into Rook, also range 0. But 2 crits.
Oh boy, this could be big.
Blinded pilot, no!
Ooh,
What
no more
ability? Yeah, no more rooking. But does get a strain placed on him for Notorious. And Vizier, Vizier. Boy. No more Kanan Force to help him out here. And just puts Rook to bed, really. Just puts him to bed.
Yeah.
Hull breach into weapons. Oh, he's on 1 left. But has a weapons failure, blinded pilot. Yeah.
Yeah, not going to be the comeback.
Oh no, Commando, no!
Don't you do it, Commandos.
Don't you do it, Commando. Oh boy.
Rick was one of your own. How could you?
Oh.
He's dodging now. He's dodging now for the time being.
But I'm not sure that we're gonna have enough time for another round, which means I think we'll probably see.
What's the global timer at here? Is it matched up with the
Pretty
Twitch
close.
stream?
It's just under 4 minutes. So.
Oh yeah, we'll have time for dials. No problem.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this Imperial Full Swarm is really interesting because you could. The version I was actually looking at had Howlrunner instead of Captain Faroff, both 4-point ships.
Ooh.
But man, Captain Faroff does seem to be very, very powerful with that targeting computer and the child, plus ruthless as well. Man, just throwing out 3 hits almost every round could be much more impactful than just some silly I-5 TIE fighter out there.
I mean, silly.
Yeah, you got to restrict your lanes though and stuff like that, right? So
Oh yeah.
I
I mean,
kind of like
I
this
might have gone with
flexibility.
Iden,
Okay.
but I do like those the double Reapers, the 3-die guns.
Yeah, it's something that Empire doesn't really have access to cheaply outside of like Strikers and Reapers, have their own set of defensive problems.
I guess technically she is a 3-die gun, but
Who? Oh, Iden?
Iden, yeah.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view.
I mean, I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of 3-dice attacks only do 1 damage. So the ion cannon, I think I do have to count as a 3-dice weapon.
I do want to report something I just saw in our results here.
Hit us.
Had a 12-round game.
What?
Nicely done.
Yeah.
They should get a medal.
Yeah.
You did it.
Players being attentive, getting to their tables, throwing that down their lists, and just ready to rumble.
Yeah. When everything just goes right.
It probably was also 3 ship lists, maybe?
Maybe. I don't know.
in salvage, I can imagine people were just like avoiding crates, maybe playing a little bit more defensively. And crates quite a few extra in quotation rounds.
So a couple of notable names that we have in our tournament today that I did want to bring up. We have 3-time world champion Paul Heaver is in our field today. This is actually his first,
that's right.
I believe, his first online GSP event.
That's correct.
He's done. He's like, you know what? I'd like an invite to that finale. Let's go grab one of those.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see what he's playing. He played in Adepticon while he was flying Boba Fett. So maybe could be looking at some revolutionary things. He's normally on the cutting edge.
Yeah, I would say cutting edge here. What do you think? What faction?
I'm gonna guess Republic, knowing that the East Coast people who would tell Paul what to fly. I'm gonna guess Republic.
What about you, Dion?
I cheated.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he knows, so it's not fair.
It's Resistance.
Resistance. Y-Wings and Ray?
Ray, Kazuda, BB-8 Poe, the one I talked to you about earlier.
Ray, Kazuda, Poe.
BB-8
So triple ace, Resistance style.
Yeah.
Okay. That's trigger happy.
Soft ace.
Yeah, BB-8, the soft ace.
Oh yeah, it's BB-8 clearly. Yeah, Cass is the jouster.
Yeah. I'm not sure. What do the points come out to?
8, 7. That's 15. Then 4.
So he's 6 points. So I think it's the commander.
So yeah, it's commander. So you're taking Kaz and BB-8 instead of 2 Y-Wings. I mean, Kaz is pretty good, turns out. One of the few 3 agility ships in Resistance that's not an A-Wing. The only 3 agility ship who's not an A-Wing.
So Captain Faroff just delivered a big punch here. Hull breach, fuel leak, triggers, weapons failure. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I think he's down.
But important to note, double weapons failured.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, so gonna shoot 0 dice out the rear arc there?
That's right.
Could shoot 1 if it's range 1.
Ooh.
I think you just
hate
throw.
to see
You
it.
just roll the range 2 attack to
He's throwing
disrespect.
down the strain. He's gonna set that dice down.
That's right. Hit.
Oh, he's blinded.
Oh, he's blinded. So what are you even straining yourself for?
Yeah.
Nothing. For absolutely nothing.
But can spend the force if he had any. He does have.
He
some.
does. He's got one.
He's got the force, child. That's right.
And
Roll
no
Steve.
damage. Oof.
All right, Kanan in a dream here. This time ticks down.
Kanan just trying to take something off the board here.
Hit crit. And spend the focus. Not gonna happen. Congratulations to Anthony Marchand for locking that game up with a win, 25-8 in the second round of the Mustafar Galactic Championship Qualifier. We still got a couple more shots here to do. This is ceremonial at this point. Well, I will tell you, I will have cut the video already at this point. But
Yeah, that outro means goodbye.
yeah.
Oh, did he finish off Kanan as well?
Oh, Kanan got popped. Oh no. 29-8.
32.
32.
The crates.
The crates.
Wow. You been
32.
You done been salvaged, son.
Yeah.
Thank you to ISO, Danko, Baffle, Trojan, Prophet, Shadow, Tycho, Spice, Raider, Lancer, Fallen, Row 6, 626, Chief, and J List, our Grand Admiral patrons. And all of our Gold Squadron patrons and community members, thank you for your support. Gold Squadron out.